and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to get in touch with me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also get in touch with me. And if you lend your friend and your family your hard-earned cash and you cannot get it back, you work for a company and they cannot pay you, or they refuse to pay you, they're giving you the runaround, like many companies do in Trinidad, feel free to contact Real Talk, that collection department. Now you can reach us at 339-1670 or 238-6716. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali page, remember you can like and share the page as we go live. Call your friends, call your family, tell them Real Talk with Saieed is going live. And viewers, encourage people, your friends and your family, encourage them to like and share our page, because we give you news as it breaks in Trinidad and Tobago, even around the world. Those of you on YouTube, outside Trinidad, who love to look at us on YouTube, tell your friends, subscribe to TT Real Talk, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. So viewers, once more, it's a Fire Friday in Trinidad and Tobago. Why am I smiling tonight? We will get to that shortly. But first, I must tell you, continue viewers to support our drive, our Real Rape Crisis Rehabilitation Center. Continue to donate. You know, we need your funds in order to build this structure from start to finish. Like I said, what you are seeing on screen here is the landscape design of the back of the building. This is how beautiful it would look. So if you have your friends and your family and you want to contribute to Real Talk, feel free. Now you can contribute $1,500 and over, you will get an opportunity and a chance to win a beautiful car. If you contribute from $1,000 to $1,500, you can win an all-inclusive trip for 2 to Tobago to enjoy the weekend. And if you want to contribute, you are a female and you want to contribute, and you can't reach the $1,000 or the $1,500 and over, you can contribute $500, and you can get a chance to win this beautiful jet and gold black bead set. A beautiful chain, a pair of earrings, and a handband. So viewers, please, I urge you to support this drive, because there is no rape crisis center in Trinidad and Tobago where you can actually go in as a victim and spend a week, 2 weeks, you know, to be counseled by a professional. It's something that you don't have to pay for. It's free to the public. Many people ask, who would be funding this? Who would be paying nurses, doctors, to cook and laundry and staff? I would be paying them. I have also spent money to purchase the land that is in the Palmas area in San Fernando for the Rape Crisis Rehabilitation Center. All I need is a contribution from 7,000 people to reach our total of $10 million to build this structure. So I encourage you, the businessman, the businesswoman, those of you in society, local and regional, feel free to give us a call at 1-868-339-1670 or 1-868-238-6716. You can also send us a message on the Real Talk with Saieed Ali page. Tell us how you want to contribute. Now, this is an important building in Trinidad. It is very important. Why am I saying this? Because it is important to the rape victims of Trinidad and Tobago. They are also male and females. So as we start off tonight, viewers, feel free to contribute. Let me hear from you, especially the business sector. You know, you just want people to support you, but what are you supporting? What are you supporting? Are you supporting in getting rich? Like I said last night, what is success? Success is not having 10 cars or a chain of business. Success is how many you can help. That is success. So viewers, as we start off tonight, remember I was giving you a little lecture last night about the elections. And if the budget is not read, what would happen to Trinidad and Tobago? We would be in a dark hole. Because if the budget is not read in October, there would be no allocation, no funding for various departments in Trinidad and Tobago, in the government sector, in the public sector, none. So, I tell a lot of people in high authority, they be looking on to Real Talk. The election bell has rung. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has announced the date at today's sitting of Parliament. He has advised the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, to dissolve the Parliament as of midnight tonight. Remember I was saying that last night? Remember I was telling all of that? If Parliament dissolves in July and an election date is not set, which means we wouldn't have a budget to be read in October. Remember that? Well, lo and behold, an election date is set. So, take a look at this.
July 3rd, 2020. I am to advise all my colleagues in this House that I have advised Her Excellency the President to dissolve this Parliament at midnight tonight. That being so, Madam Speaker, as per our Constitution and the arrangements of our acts, nomination day, Madam Speaker, would be Friday. Nomination would be Friday, 17th of July, and polling day would be August 10th, 2020.
So election day, viewers, is August 10th. Nomination days for candidate is on the 17th of July. So the campaign trail is on the air. Parties have almost about a month and a few days to campaign throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Such a short space of time. Such a short space. So election fever is in the air now. I told you all last night, if the House, if Parliament dissolves and no date is set, there would be problems in Trinidad and Tobago concerning financial allocations. So the Prime Minister now has advised, the President of Trinidad and Tobago to dissolve Parliament at midnight tonight. So from tomorrow, it's campaigning. Now that the Parliament is dissolved, both parties, the UN, whatever party is contesting the upcoming general election in August 10th, they wouldn't be able to go to the House to debate any bill. No bills, no sitting, everything have been dissolved. So parties now have the full month and some days to campaign in their constituency fully, without having to bring any paper or anything to Parliament. Caller, good night. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Good night, good night.
Go right ahead there. You stick, you get the click. We do apologize. So it's fire tonight. Trinidad and Tobago is hot from tomorrow. UNC, PNM, PEP, NNV, whatever party it is. It's campaigning. It's curry duck and roti. Music truck throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? So now, viewers, now that campaign, election campaign is in the air, I want you all to sit down and think about whatever struggles you have been through or whatever gain you have gained. Sit and think, who do you want to lead Trinidad and Tobago into the next election? Who do you want to lead us into the next 5 years? Do you want pain and suffering? Do you want to be able to build a house in about 2 or 3 years' time by getting a proper job and a proper loan? Think about it. Do you care about your children's education? Do you care? Think. So this is where you, the citizen, now hold the power into electing a party that will serve you. I cannot say who to vote. You have to look and understand and know who you're voting. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead there.
Yes.
You're live on Real Talk.
Yes. Good night again. I would like you to check. I want to find out something like health facilities, right? They have generator backups, like if electricity go.
In where?
They're supposed to have that.
Where?
Any health facility, like health centers and hospitals and things.
Health centers and police station, they have backup generators in case current go.
Okay, because for the longest while, we go into the health center there.
Where?
Every time you go, half of the health center don't have current.
In what health center?
Lengua Health Center.
Lengua and Princetown.
Yes.
No backup generator in case current go.
No.
Thank you for highlighting the matter, my dear. We do appreciate it. And Trinidad and Tobago do appreciate what you said. So, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali said, the government is working to bring our nationals home. He was asked whether the government will bring national back to this country in time for the 2020 general election. The question came from Member of Parliament for Couva North, Ramona Ramdale.
Madam Speaker, the government of Trinidad and Tobago continues on an ongoing basis in a pandemic to keep its border closed as required and as advised by the health experts. But at the same time, we facilitate on an ongoing basis persons who are outside of the country, and we will continue so to do until whenever the borders are opened.
The Prime Minister, however, was unable to say when the borders will be reopened.
Madam Speaker, the government is advised on an ongoing basis, and actions taken by the government will be determined by the advice at the time when the action is to be taken.
So, viewers, we're going to have a little discussion here now. The lines are open, 2386716. Did your MP or did your councillor perform his duties towards his constituency for the last 5 years? Because for the 30 days or the 35 days after tonight, councillors, MPs, truck drivers, followers, music truck, cooks who like to cook duck and roti and shout on election day. Everybody will be busy for the next 30 or 35 days. So have your MP or councillor performed to your satisfaction in your community for the last 5 years. As we move on, feel free to call in, voice your concern. You know, this is the #1 current affairs program where we bring the issue to you, the people. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali said, the government is working to bring our nationals home. How long have the nationals been coming home? How long? Caller, good night.
Hey, Sabi.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, how you going, brother? Nice show, man. Nice show.
Thank you.
One thing I have to say, you should be running for election.
Nah.
Nah,
I'm not going there. Thank you, caller. So here it is. The reason why, you see them election thing? No. You see on this platform, I will be able to reach more people than a councillor or MP could reach. Take what I'm telling earlier. That is why I am firm and I continue saying, do not expect me on a political platform Because I don't want to make a promise to a man, yeah, boy, we go fix your box drain and, vote me in power and 5 years. And the man at time have a fork to dig the box drain. You see that? My character is more important than that. But yes, we have to have leaders. But when you are a leader and you are voted in by the people, supply the needs of the people in your constituency. So listen this now. A 30-year-old fisherman was expected to appear in court today. He has been charged by the Child Protection Unit, that is the CPU, for the alleged sexual assault of 3 female minors aged 12, 13, and 17 over a period of 4 years. Of 4 years. So the 12-year-old would be about approximately 8 years old at the time. The 13 years old will be about 9 years, and the 17-year-old will be probably about 13 years at that time. He was arrested on Wednesday following investigation. Northeastern CPU officers were alerted to the incident by a 13-year-old victim who reported to the police that she had been sexually assaulted by her stepfather. Now let's see why I'm pushing for the Child Sex Offender Registry to be made public. Thanks to the AG, it did. Now I'm encouraging you to support the initiative and the drive that we are having to build a rape crisis center for victims like these. Just imagine you 8 years old and you being molested. You know how sick that is? You know how sick that is? And it's for 4 years? You have broken the morality of that person. Whatever she had dreamt of at the age of 18 to become in life, in society today, whatever career she was going at, you broke her down to nothing. Inquiries were launched into the victim's account, which then led to the discovery of other victims. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
President, right to the panel.
Yes, go right ahead.
To the panel. I remember once when Marcus went to the police station to make a report. And one of the reporters said, alcohol, which I did drink alcohol. And I tell him how the guns coming to Marcus and to the square. And they put me on the station.
They put you on the station?
Right? But this next day, they hold up the bar by the corner in Luango village. But before they reach there, I want to make a report. And they never take me no mind. You understand? And same officer that I'm dealing with the same officer I'm dealing with the same man in Marcus and police station. And I went to explain myself how the jokes coming in the police station. Officer Perry was there too.
Thank you, my friend. Wow. According to the victims, the accused reportedly offered money to all 3 girls to perform a series of sexual acts. Well, I hope where they put you now, I wonder if they go offer you money. I wonder if they go offer you money now. So now viewers, now you understand. Now you understand why we need this Rape Crisis Rehabilitation Center in Trinidad. Now you understand why? Just imagine the age 12 years, 4 years prior to that. You'll be 8. And imagine 8 years old having sex. What entertainment is that? You tell me. The child ain't reached to her monthlies yet. But you want that. You want that. Now you all understand why I am raising funds to build a rehabilitation center for rape victims. It's to mold them back, to bring them back into society. And whoever say this is not a proper drive, well then I hope you and your loved ones don't become victims, because it wouldn't have place for you. It would not have place. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
All right, good night, right?
You're live on Real Talk, right ahead, sir.
Okay. You in? Sorry?
I'm listening.
What? Sorry?
Listen to us on the phone, not on television.
I'm not on television, I'm writing back. Do you listen to me? You listening?
Go right ahead.
I stay in my house with my mother, my brother, and my mother and my brother have been sick. And I never had sex in my life. Yeah? You cut me off. You call you back.
An officer attached to the interagency task force received a threatening letter with a bullet enclosed at his Beetham Garden. So officers are being threatened now. So the Rasta City and the Muslim City gang leaders have united. All well and good. All well and good. Now, what is the purpose of being united? Is it to stir up a war against the police? Is it to stir up a war against the citizen? Or you all have decided to put the bad blood aside and come together? What caused the merge? Did the protest cause the merge? And I hope that when you all come together, it benefits Trinidad and Tobago and put down the gun. Because one thing I know is that the TTPS would not hesitate to kill any gang member who is abusing citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So I am waiting patiently to see what is the motive for uniting together. Is it to join a criminal element where two become one? Is it? I hope it is for the correct thing. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
What was just hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Right, you're talking something. But
Callers, when you are calling in, please mute your television set and listen on your telephone. According to reports, around 8 a.m., the officer checked his car and found a letter along with a bullet on the hood of his vehicle. The officer reported the matter to the Besso Street Police Station. So let me hope that they find somebody and a message is not just being sent that you will be killed. Let's just hope they find the perpetrator of this. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I need to find out something. I lose a parrot down in Mova area. I don't know if you could just ask someone if they have her, if they could call you and give you some information.
A parrot?
So I have a problem with someone owing me some money for the longest while.
Call me tomorrow, 339-1670, and we will deal with it.
No problem.
Thank you, my dear. 4 persons were expected to appear before a Scarborough Virtual Magistrate Court today. Well, it's just murders after murders after murders in Trinidad. Let's just hope that the election that is coming up doesn't have killing and breaking into business places and firebombing office. Remember, we went through that last election. So viewers, election fever in the air from tomorrow. That's what I tell you earlier. When I come here and I start to talk, it is have people in the upper position listening. Look how fast. Look how fast they set a date. Look how fast they're going to dissolve parliament. Look how fast. As soon as we talk about it, is action. And some people they say, oh, Saieed, when you're talking and you want to follow this one, I want to follow that one. Who are I following? How can a leader become a follower? How can a leader become a follower? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. And why would I want to follow anyone who cannot even walk in my footsteps? Why? I did do spiritual work. I don't have to follow anybody. That is one thing I don't have to do is follow anybody. I was born gifted to lead. That is why when we start talking about something, you just start seeing progress. All the time Kamala talking about call an election, call an election, call an election. Power is something. Once an individual realizes they're holding power, they will not give it up for nothing. It doesn't matter who talking. It doesn't matter. So that is something I want you all to understand. A boss will do whatever it takes to remain in that position. Whatever it takes. That is why sometimes when election time comes around, it is be so scary. Because people is getting licks. You wearing on a jersey going down the road representing somebody, some fellas pull up in a car and they soak you down. And that is the reality of elections. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Congratulations for a good show, sir.
Thank you.
But I want to know if you could assist me. I have a little situation. My apartment was burned out in Maloney by gangsters, and to date, a year now, I've been trying to get relocated. I'm still paying agency, and to date, we are just all over the place. It's a family of 9.
Wow. And what did the agency say to you?
They have no place and being getting relocation, and there are places all over the place.
Thank you, caller. Call me tomorrow and we go talk.
What's the number?
339-1670.
Thank you.
So HGC have so much houses put down. So much houses put down. And all can't help Trinidadians. You know, sometimes what is wonder? These people who hold in position to release HGC houses, sometimes I just wonder if them build the house, you know. Serious. I just wonder if them build the house. Concerning that, it have a lady picture who are going to light up on Monday night on my show, who take money from a woman for a HGC house. 2 years now. You call the woman she money, but hold on, Monday night I will bust your picture on TV. For the people who paying for a HGC house, let me tell you something. Nobody cannot help you get an HGC house. Nobody. Not even the secretary in the Housing Development Corporation could help you get a house. Not even them. So stop paying for houses. It's not going to happen. It's not going to materialize. So if you paid anybody for your house, go back and take your money from them. And if them want to give you back your money, 339-1670, Real Talk Debt Collection Department. And we will deal with it. So before we move on tonight, I want to say happy birthday to a good friend, to Suzette. You put that there, guys? So my dear, today's your birthday. I hope you have a happy birthday. Yes. So that is Suzette. Her mom said, Saeed. Since Tuesday, she said, Saeed, Friday is my daughter's birthday, and I want you to say happy birthday. So Suzette, my dear, coming from your mom and your dad, they want to wish you a happy birthday, and may you live to see many more. And I hope someday that you will meet the right person and you will settle down. So, my dear, from Real Talk Studios to you, happy birthday, and we wish you all the best. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Okay. I want to know how come the UNC doing so much stupidness, because as far as I'm hearing, Cuba's South, right, our MP is embarrassing. He has done nothing. He has been a ghost minister.
Okay, that is from the UNC.
Right? On top of that, the MP for Cuba North, she has been working, and they're not picking her, Ramona Ramdial. She has been a proactive MP. Right? And now they're not picking her for elections, which is August 10th. Right? But I am telling you, I live in Balmain, Cuba South, right? And I have gone to endorsing on many occasions. Right? And he has done nothing, absolutely nothing, for nobody in this constituency.
Thank you, my dear. So let's hear, viewers. Election is in the air. Let's hear what your councillor and what your MP did for you. Now is election time. They are going to be coming into your area. They are going to be coming into your area with the music truck and the mic and the coolers and the jerseys and the air collectors and this is your jersey. And that truck coming, they have curry chicken, you can stop them and take a roti. So you eat one roti 5 years? You drink one soft drink or one bottle of water for 5 years? I don't know, I just educating you all. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Rowley boy, I couldn't wait to get this election date. Bye-bye, Rowley.
Thank you,
money.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, this is the time. This is the time to put government to the test now, and for you to determine what have been done to your community. How did you benefit from the present administration for the last 5 years? Now, let me tell you something, and I will be straight with all you. If they had another party been the present administration, I would have been saying the very same thing. The very same thing. Analyze for the last 5 years. What did your councillor do? How did you get help? How did you benefit from the present government thus far? What have you gained? Did you gain a better education? Did you gain a better health system? Did you get a better job? What did your councillor or MP did for you? This is how you judge someone that is a representative of your area. So I want to hear what some of you have to say. It's Fire Friday tonight. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Let me tell you something, Saeed. When you ask them, they say the government are releasing money. Is the government are helping people? When you ask the councillor, they are releasing money to do nothing. Is the government? Is the whole problem? And
what area are you calling from?
David Pinal.
David Pinal. Okay, so what have been done for the last 5 years?
Nothing.
Thank you, my friend. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa has condemned the Community Recovery Program. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the program at a media conference on Thursday said this program was designed to address the issues in depressed communities. However, at a virtual meeting last night, the opposition leader criticized the program.
What he comes now to do today He comes to set up another committee, more bureaucracy, more nothing. That's just like his roadmap, recovery roadmap. A committee to review committees to talk and mama guy with no clear lines of targets, no clear lines for implementation, just more hot air, more old talk. You know, he wants you to believe that he now find out that these areas are underserved.
Now, viewers, that was the view of the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Now, listen to this. However, in the Parliament today, the Prime Minister defended the program.
This committee is to create an action plan for determining and taking actual responses to the situation.
So you see, viewers, Real Talk is not just about one party and condemning one party. No, if something happens and the Prime Minister is supposed to address the nation and he didn't, I will ask the former Prime Minister, so why are you not talking about the present administration? Why are you not boosting the Prime Minister of the present administration to make a statement? If something happens in the Ministry of National Security, I will call on the former administration Minister of National Security. Why are you not getting up and saying anything? You are the opposition. So I will function on both sides. I don't just label one, I call on the other side also. Caller, good night.
Yeah, hello.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Okay, good night. I'm calling from St. Patrick West. We need a new MP there. She did nothing.
Okay, who is the MP in your area? Okay. That's the UNC or PNM?
UNC.
Okay, so who is the present MP in your area?
Present what?
The present MP in your area.
Vidya Guardian Gopi Singh.
That's where UNC won. Okay. Thank you, my dear. Have she done good in your area?
Nothing. We're going to see her. The San Francisco really have bad roads, real bad roads.
Okay. Thank you, my dear. Point Fortin Hospital is expected to open on Saturday. That's this Saturday, hopefully. The ceremony is scheduled to take place in the afternoon. The ceremony will begin at 3 p.m. and Prime Minister Dr. Rowley, Minister of Health Terence Dialsing, as well as Point Fortin Mayor Kennedy Richards Jr. will attend. The Point Fortin Hospital cost $1.2 billion with funding from an Austrian bank. Construction began in 2015. The Urban Development Corporation on its website stated that the 3-story building would have 100 beds. So now listen this. Remember I was saying it doesn't matter who built the hospital. It doesn't matter who started it. The most important thing is that the hospital is finished and it is ready to open. It is ready to open. Caller, good night. Hello? Just take your guide, click. Families from Northeast communities in Trinidad received grant funding today to assist with emergency repairs to their property following last Saturday's tropical wave. On hand to distribute more than 100 families were Community Development Minister Dr. Nayan Gatsby-Dolly, Health Minister Terence Dialsing, Public Utilities Minister Fitzgerald Hines, MP Esmond Ford, MP Adrian Leons, Ambassador Penelope Beckles, and Senator Jason Williams. The grant was facilitated by the National Commissions for Self-Help Limited at the Mount Hope Mount Lambert Community Center. So finally some families receive help in order to restore their house because of the tropical wave that passed on Saturday. So viewers, I want to hear from you. The last 15 minutes of our Fire Friday show for this week, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. How many roads were fixed? How many pipelines were fixed? How many schools, health center were opened and were kept running in your community? And the government cannot say that we don't have money again. Because when they came into power, we had 3 days of money. That 3 days of money lasted 5 years, where hundreds of millions of dollars came out from that 3 days of money. Caller, good night.
Hello?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, good night. Saieed.
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Yes. Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Good night to you. I'm calling you from I'm calling you from Princeton.
Yeah.
I appreciate your. I appreciate your patience, and I call you to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward for your support for UNC.
Every viewer, every listener is loyal to Real Talk, and their opinion matters. I am not going to condemn someone's opinion. That is their opinion. They are entitled to that. Whether they call and say they're voting PNM or whether they call and say they're voting UNC, it's up to them. That is just their views. I am not going to condemn that individual. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, I hear him.
Are you hearing me?
I hear him, but I'm not hearing he.
Oh! Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So viewers, now is the time now that the election date have been set. Now is the time to practice the power that you possess. What do I mean by that? You analyze where have you been for the last 5 years. You analyze the benefit that you have gained. And I'm going to tell you something. And I will be frank with it. They offer themselves to be elected. They ask you to put them into power. Whether it be PNM, whether it be UNC, whether it be who. They are asking you to put them into power to serve you. Remember what you got in the past. Remember what you got in the present. And you determine who is fit for your area. To rehabilitate your area. To cause your area to be in a proper defense of security. Caller, good night.
Hello.
Just go right ahead there.
Good night.
You're live on Real Talk. Make your comments.
This is I'm calling from Gasperlo.
Gasperlo, okay.
Yes. We are living in this room. We never get water. We never get no water in this road.
And what road is that?
Huh?
What road is that?
This is Monwash of Puna, Williamville.
Puna in Williamville, okay.
Yeah, Monwash. Now opposite Hillview Drive in Monwash.
All right. How long you did not get water in the area?
We never, I live in here nearly 55 years, we never get water in this road.
Serious?
Yeah, we never have water and we'll need box drain and things.
we current gone about 3 years now, and we started calling them to give for the street light back, and they never come in.
Wow.
And I upprice one back at the house too, and we are getting it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, my dear. So, viewers, now that you understand what Real Talk is all about, now that you understand that callers call in and highlight matters of concerns in the area they are from. You see, this is what we do. I want you to call in and highlight the matter. Highlight what is going on in your community. And this is more or less the only station, the only show on television throughout Trinidad and Tobago where you can actually call in and get assistance. Because there are those in authority that is listening. A lady from Valencia called 2 days back. She said, Saieed, I need your help. There's something going on in my community and I want you to address it. I said, go to the corporation in the area and tell them X, Y, and Z. The lady called me back today. She said, Saieed, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I call the corporation, I tell them X, Y, and Z what you said, and they assisted her. And on top of that now, she said, Saieed, I want to make a contribution to a rape cry center. It's simple like that. It's simple like that. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I mean, I don't mind that people have the issues that they have to vent, but I just find it funny that as the election call, everybody just saying that
I understand.
That happened and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened all the time that they had the issues going on?
True.
Right? And then again, they have to look at the bigger picture of where this country is going right now. Right?
Yes.
So I hope everybody take it into consideration and make an informed decision, because I don't think we had a rosy road down this 5 years here.
True.
So I just hope everybody know what they're doing and let me go forward. Anyway, thank you, brother. Have a good night.
You too, my friend. You see, viewers, for the last 2 years, 2 years and some months, we have been on the air. I have been encouraging you to call in. Let us know what is taking place in your area. Let us know who is the MP. Let's know who is the councillor. Are they doing the job that they're supposed to do in your area? And for the last 2 years and some months, I have been asking, and people have been calling and highlighting. Some places we got bridge fixed back. Some places we got road fixed back. So it's not just a matter of just having a talk show on TV, but it's also representing the communities in Trinidad and Tobago. That is the reason why I am not going into any political party's platform. Because I don't want people to say, well, you know, Saieed come out and he say he's not on a political platform, and when they do check, he on this ship, and then when he can't get through on this ship now, he jump on a next ship. No. No. That's not my thing. I am not jumping this ship to that ship to the next ship because I ain't get something. No. I will come on my show from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the following morning at 11 a.m. and we will get things done. I don't business how hard the MP or the councillor is. I know how to break you. I will go in my prayer room and I will sit down, and that's how the Hindu, the Christian, the Baptist, the Roman Catholic go light their candle and they go pray. I go light my candle. And I will say, Lord, so and so hard. Soften it a little bit now. So my thing is about passing bills and legislations. My thing is about giving power to the magistrate. My thing is about giving power to the police to run down bandits and criminals. So that when you hear the magistrate say, well, you know, you don't have a law or legislation in place to hold you or to grant you bail, well then, we would start with something. Thus far, we have been successful pushing for bills and legislations which no other show on television have done. And I am proud to say thus far, we have been successful. And I give God the praise for that. And it's not benefiting just Saieed or Saieed staff or Saieed family, but the entire population of Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I would like to know, before election, you will have a budget?
He there?
Yeah, they.
Go right ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah, I want to know that before election, you will have a budget?
The budget reads after election.
Oh, the budget is after election?
In October.
Okay, because somebody say that if they don't have an election and PNM win, everything will go up after election.
No, that's not true.
They have to get back all the money that they spent.
That's not true, caller. Thank you for calling in, though. Every year there's a budget. And I said last night that if an election date is not set and the financial year comes to a close and a budget is not read in October, well then Trinidad and Tobago will be in problems. Will be in problems. Because there will be no allocations to departments. So we need a budget in order to find out where allocations would be going and how much. So the following financial year, there will be money allocated for that year. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
What I would like to find out, right, Mr. Said, is not how much road and drain that is going, how much politician have I locked up 40 years now. Huh?
How much?
How much politician have I get locked up?
Oh, okay. For corruption.
What do you think about it?
Thank you, my friend. Well said. If Trinidad and Tobago had some of the laws like what China had, why are you making joke? We would have been out of party. We would have been out of people running for party. Yeah. From the time they catch you. You see, the thing is, I always say, when you hold on to power and you realize you could just say, hey, you're fired. And it doesn't matter how many service that individual have, they're fired. Because you're holding on to power. And that is what is make the difference. And who gave these individuals the power? The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. These citizens. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead.
I want to ask you something, Saeed. Plenty people doesn't get nothing from the NP in the area, nothing to do for the people in the area. But at the same time, too, you have to understand that these people have to get money, these NP have to get money from the government.
Yeah.
And not releasing no money for them to do anything in your area.
All right, I understand what you're saying. Now listen to this. Being the MP of an area, MP meaning Member of Parliament, you are a minister. You know, just like how Mr. Rohan Sinaran is an MP, or he's an MP, he's also a minister. He have the authorization, and all the other MPs have the authorization also to go to the Minister of Finance or to request a meeting with the Minister of Finance and to let him know, well, hey, Minister of Finance, I am the MP for this constituency. And we are having road problems, we are having drainage problems, there's a health center in the area that is not functional, the WASA, there is not a constant flow of water. So each MP of a constituency have the ability and the access to go towards the Minister of Finance, request a meeting from him and talk about their constituency and also ask for funding for that particular area. You see, and this is where the people lack knowledge. Your MP have the ability to do that. So when your MP is not performing in your area, it's not the citizen's fault. The citizen's right is to go to the MP, and the MP's right is to go to the finance minister. And if the finance minister don't release it to the MP, and the MP coming and telling her, well, hey, you know, we don't have money, vote them out. You know why I'm saying that? You know why I'm saying that? Because that same MP came to you and offered himself up. Keep in mind, when he is elected, he gets a huge salary, he gets perks, he gets tax break, and he also gets to travel abroad free, courtesy the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So keep that in mind when you're voting. Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
This is for Kamla. Kamla, before you get my vote, I want to hear you tell the people that every contract given out must be published on the newspaper by everybody who bid before you get my vote. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Transparency is a serious thing also. And Nicola is right. Transparency is a serious thing. And I want to remind you, the citizen, you could get information from any government office or from any contract that the government release through the Freedom of Information Act. Through the Freedom of Information Act, you could apply for transparency or for information concerning a particular contract. And it will be released unto you through the Freedom of Information Act. How do you think I just get info? How do you think I just get info? And when you tell yourself, well, you know what I said, we're not giving them that. I'm sending you something with the Freedom of Information Act, see. And I will use my lawyer to send a letter to you. So you can't deny me because you're going against the Freedom of Information Act. And I will hold you responsible. I will hold you responsible. So viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight, about 2 minutes left. Remember, the funds that you are donating to us, we need to raise $10 million. I have already, just imagine I, Saeed, not an MP, not a councillor, not an organization, but I, Saeed, have digged into my pocket to buy land, to build this rehabilitation center for rape victims in Trinidad and Tobago. All you have to do is to contribute $1,500 by 7,000 people to raise $10 million to build this facility. It's not like an MP or organization or a councillor or the government doing this. Not them. Because when they spend your money, it's taxpayers' money they're spending. That's number one. Number two is that you cannot get transparency. You know why? Because always something unbugging that. Always. So this now is not a government project. It's not a government project. And for the last 2 years and some months, those of you who have been looking at Real Talk would understand how serious I am and how straightforward I am. So this is why we're raising the $10 million to build this center. It is not government doing anything. It is Real Talk show on TV that is coming to you with a plan and a purpose for citizens. Not just for I to benefit or staff, the female of my staff to benefit, but females and males throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Is for all you. So show some concern, contribute, and let's get this thing up and running. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe. Don't drink too much. You know there's a lot of threats and things circulating. Keep your family safe. Don't end up in the war zone. Don't gather too much in bar. You know there's a policy for that. So enjoy the weekend. Until we meet again Monday night. It's Mashup Monday. Rahamasuro kole illa zi illa antara umma. When you're having a problem, 339-1670. Saieed Ali from Real Talk. Be safe until we meet again. Good night.